Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this puffy sleeved shirred and tiered dress. I used about 3 meters of cotton fabric and I had some elastic thread as well and some black thread. Here you can see all the dimensions of pieces I cut out. There are quite a few. So apparently I didn't film myself cutting out all the pieces, but I did film this last bit about cutting out the last tier. And then I'm cutting out 4 pocket pieces as well. Then we're going to start with pinning the pockets to the top part of the dress, doing this on both sides, on the left and the right side of the dress. And then pinning the front and the back piece of the dress together, and then I'm going to be sewing all around it with a straight stitch, so all down the sides and then around the pockets. And then also going over it again with a zigzag stitch. Then I'm going to do a rolled hem on the top of the dress, so all around the dress. And I'm sewing this into place with a straight stitch. Now for the shirring, I'm going to wind my bobbin with the shirring thread and put it into my machine. And I'm putting my machine at a very wide stitch length. And I'm also adjusting the tension of the machine a little bit. Then I'm starting the shirring about like 1.5 centimeters from the top of the dress. I'm going all around it just until where I want the shirring to end. This might take a while and you might have to wind your bobbin a few times, but it's really worth it in the end. So once I've done one circle around the dress, I go down about like 1.5 centimeters and go another circle, and so on and so on. Then for the sleeves, I'm folding them in half and I'm sewing them closed with a straight stitch and then also a zigzag stitch. And I'm gonna do a rolled hem on one side of the sleeve. This is gonna be the top, on top of your shoulder. I'm going to sew this closed with a straight stitch, but I'm going to leave a little bit open for the elastic to go through. So measure some piece of elastic that goes around your armpit and shoulder, and then I'm going to get the elastic through the little channel we just made, and then I'm going to be sewing the elastic closed. then also sewing up the little opening we just left. Then for the other side of the sleeve, I'm going to be folding it over 1 centimeter and then 5 centimeters. So it's going to be a rolled hem, but like a really thick one. And I'm sewing 2 rows essentially, so 1 row really close to the fold and then 1 row like a centimeter from the other stitch we just made. So we're going to create a little channel for the elastic to go through. And then measuring a piece of elastic to go around your wrist and then getting this through the channel, sewing the elastic close and sewing up the little opening we left earlier. So now I'm going to be sewing together the panels to create one big circle essentially, and then all along one side of this big panel circle thing we're going to be sewing some basting stitches. So put your stitch length really wide again, don't do it back stitch and then just go all around the circle. Do 2 of these and then pulling on the top threads or the bottom threads, doesn't really matter. You can gather the fabric, so that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm gathering it to fit the top of the dress. What I mean is not the actual top of the dress, but like the bottom of the top part of the dress. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'm going to be pinning it to the top of the dress, and then I'm going to be sewing it with a straight stitch. Then I'm also going to be sewing it with a zigzag stitch, and then I'm cutting away some of the like strains and fabric left. Then I'm going to be sewing together the smaller panels, but they're going to be really long, so one really long circle essentially. And then I'm going to do a rolled hem on one of the sides, which will be the bottom of the dress. Then I'm going to be sewing some basting stitches on this one again. I didn't film it, but it's the same as before. And then I'm going to be gathering this also to fit the last panel we just put on the dress. And I'm sewing this on with a straight stitch and another zigzag stitch. And then the last thing to do is to pin the sleeves to the side seams, and I'm doing this for about 20-25 centimeters. I think I'm pinning them to the side seams of the dress, and then I'm going to be sewing this up with a straight stitch, and then I'm pulling the fabric tight so you don't lose any elasticity. And that's it, that's the finished dress. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it's really comfortable as well. It's nice and flowy. I've also made another dress like this in like a burnt orange, but I didn't put sleeves on it. I just put some straps onto it. So like it's really versatile, and you can make lots of different, like you can make short sleeves or long sleeves, whatever you like really. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my channel. I hope to be posting videos like this every week. So thank you, and I will see you hopefully soon. Bye bye.